to Sleepy Friday's Hollow Hangout. It's December 18th, 2015. And before I start out, I need to say two things. Number one, sending our condolences and love to Michelle, our little cohort, and her family. They lost a member of their family a couple of days ago, and so that's why she's not with us tonight. So I just wanted to, send her our love. We miss you, Michelle. Well, hopefully things are okay. And also, I just want to say, everybody has been so sweet with all your concern about my health. I am going through some health issues, but hopefully it will get resolved soon. And I'll be ready to go January 8th. We are going to, after tonight's broadcast, we're going to be on hiatus until January 8th. And at that point, we're going to launch our Fondle in the Forest Fridays contest. And so between now and then, we'll get everything organized so that you guys can start submitting your I guess, sleepy cocktails. I call Sleepy's Signature Spirit. That's what I was going to call it. And there will be a grand prize winner, and then we will, actually, that will be the signature drink for the premiere return February 5th for Sleepy Hollow. So, okay, so with me tonight, I have, oh, yay. Hi, Sarah, you're here.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, so tonight the panel includes my first lieutenant, which is Deb. Say hi, Deb.
Hi, everyone.
And Linda.
Hello, can you hear me?
Everybody's telling you off.
Uh-oh.
I just lost, lost Linda. I don't know what happened to her.
I see her.
I know. I don't know.
I don't see her.
She's coming back.
Linda left
She's cold.
We lost Linda. She'll probably come back. I don't know. And we have Darla this week again. Hi, Darla. How are you?
Hello. Good. Hanging in there.
And Sarah is with us. She is O Juliet on Twitter. Hi, Sarah. How are you?
Hi.
Oh, and here's Linda's back. Hey, Linda. Say hi.
I was frozen.
Oh, is that? I'm telling you, I don't know about this Hangout thing. I'll try and get it organized for when we come back. But okay, so a couple things. I did want to mention that I've already got the poll up for the Sleepy Friday rewatch pick that we will watch on January 8th. So go to sleepyhollowaddicts.com and vote for your favorite episode, and hopefully your episode will win out. There were a lot of votes for The Kindred as well this week, but I mean, This Is War just totally, sorry, cream it. It was like 45% of the votes were for This Is War, so. So anyway, the other thing is I've got a couple of petitions up. One is the Season 4 renewal, Sleepy Hollow for Season 4. It's posted right at the top on sleepyhollowaddicts.com. Please sign it and repost. There's also one there to get Orlando Jones back, because I think we need Frank to come back. Even if it's for 1 or 2 episodes, I think it'd be great.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, don't you think? Yeah. And we need to get, I've been saying we need to get our team Sleepy on the Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon. So there's another one for that as well. So I have quite a few out there. But
you can actually call and make guest recommendations for Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I need to. Oh, my God. They'll be so mad at me because I'll be inundating their... Anyway, and then we also are doing, on January 29th at 8 p.m., it's our Sleepy Friday, but we're going to do a Countdown to Sleepy Hollow marathon from 8. We're going to watch 3 episodes back-to-back from Season 3. We're going to watch Eyewitness, Art of War, and Novus Ordo Seclorum. So we're going to do that. I will do Sleepy Trivia that night. Sleepy Trivia will start at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You will get some cool Sleepy swag, so you'll want to join us. We'll all be on Twitter during the rewatches. And I'm not sure we're going to have a Hollow Hangout that night just because we're going to watch 3, but if we do, or we may do it like the next day or something, I don't know, but we'll keep you posted on that. So, All right, so I got all my business out of the way. So we just finished watching This Is War. It was written by Mark Goffman and directed by Ken Olin. What did you guys think of it? Why don't I start with Deb? What were your thoughts in rewatching This Is War?
I remember when I watched it the first time how I thought, yes, this is going to be a great season. I liked everything about this. Except for the things that it wasn't. So the negative things where I really wanted to know how Abbie got out of that creepy dollhouse. And I'm still hoping that when they do, if they do any, post-traumatic stress kind of flashbacks for Abbie, that we'll get a sense of what happened, because that involved her in a dialogue with her younger selves, she and Jenny as they were younger. So I do miss that, but I think it just, the intensity of that episode from the beginning to the end, you couldn't get up and pee during that show, it was just so go, 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 go. That, I loved it.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. I felt like it was an extension of it was definitely an extension of the season 1 finale. I loved every moment of it. I don't, that's why it's like, I think the first 2 episodes, This Is War and then The Kindred, they felt just like season 1, and then I'm not sure what happened after that. But anyway, Linda, what are your thoughts about This Is War?
I enjoyed This Is War. I remember when I watched it, though, I was kind of like Deb. I was like, what happened to Abbie in the dollhouse? And I'm like, did I miss a part of it? And I wasn't catching the little bitty hints that they were doing. Now that I've watched it 50 million times, I'm like, okay, there was Ichabod, he was basically hyperventilating at least 2 or 3 times, and then you saw the creepy plan and stuff. But yeah, they did a really good job in tricking you into thinking that it had jumped forward. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, they've jumped forward, and they've captured Henry, and the way that they twisted it, though, it was really good. I'm an Abbie fan, so I loved all the Abbie hugs. Some of my favorite Abbie hugs were in that particular episode. And I don't know, it came out swinging. And then, like you say, after the second episode, The Kindred, and then it kind of, I don't know, didn't meet, what I was wanting to do. But that particular episode started off pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, The Kindred, we're still talking. Yeah, who knows what the heck happened with that? It's so weird. Well, Darla, what did you think of This Is War?
Well, I had high hopes after watching it for season 2. It still is one of my favorite episodes of the season. I loved the whole episode. Just from beginning to end. They tricked me. In the first few minutes, I really did think that a whole year had passed, and it was just Ichabod and Abbie, and I was upset that Jenny was gone, but I was happy that she wasn't, and ended up just being a reason. It was all purgatory. They were all in purgatory, and them separating like they did when they figured out that Henry had tricked them broke my heart. But the episode was really good. It was a very solid episode. And like I said, I had high hopes for season 2 after that.
Well, it started off great. I don't know where Sarah went. She just bugged out. I don't know. I think she's using her phone, so I don't know. So if she comes back, I'll ask her. But yeah, I think the thing is you're right, Linda. There were so many little things that, of course, the first even 2 or 3 times you don't really catch it. After you've seen it over and over again, we're like, oh, why didn't we catch it? Because it was just so. That's the one thing about, I think, season 1 and the beginning of season 2, this episode and The Kindred, was that they just, I felt like they had a clear vision of what the story was and what they wanted to do, and I feel like I don't know. I mean, Mark Goffman, he wrote that This Is War, and he also wrote Tempest Fugit, which was, I think, fabulous. So,
I love that.
I thought that I thought Kurtzman and Orsi wrote this.
no, I looked it up on the IMDb. And it said
Oh,
Mark
okay.
Goffman wrote.
Yeah, Mark wrote the This Is War.
Mark wrote it? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I don't know what
and
happened to Mark. Mark
go
fell
ahead.
off the wagon somewhere along
Oh,
during the second season. You know what happens? I think the dialogue was so tight in this first, in This Is War, that
oh
if
yeah.
you were down live tweeting like we're all doing, you missed a couple of words and you missed some really significant stuff, you know? So if you
Yeah.
don't watch it right away, you think, oh, that episode. I mean, you know, I rewatched all of season 2 this summer, and it wasn't as bad as it was in my memory of having gone through it live. And I
Mhm.
think it's because I knew that the Katrina and Henry story was over, would be over. And so I was able to watch it for other things other than the Katrina and Henry show. And I saw a lot of really good character development and just some interesting. And even, you know, even Holly didn't bother me as much when I was rewatching over the summer. So I think what happens is that you get negative about one thing, and it can really kind of tilt, or it can color the whole your whole perception of the whole show, when you get stuck on something, you know. And so I was glad to go through that second season, and I do feel that this third season is in a lot of ways a totally different sleep to me that much.
Mhm.
I don't know how you guys feel about that. I was talking to someone on Twitter about that this is a different Sleepy Hollow, but I love the characters so much that I'm
Mhm.
willing to hang out with them.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is, you know, I mean, okay, so, oh, there she is. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Well, welcome back. What did you think of This Is War? I was just going down the line. What did you think of it?
If I'm trying to remember the episode, is that the one where he has to escape from the coffin?
Mhm.
Yeah, and he has a MacGyver bod, which was awesome.
Yeah, I remember, and then he has to go into purgatory for Abbie,
Yep.
right?
The most
Yeah.
epic Ickaby hug ever, or
Yeah,
ever on television, as far as I'm concerned.
those are awesome.
It was romantic. I mean, he ran towards her.
I know. Was it? It's like, hi! Jumps into his arms. I was like, oh my god, I just can't. I just wanted to, like, it makes you want to cry. It was so cute. Um, well, let me see. Oh, I was gonna say something and I can't remember what it is. Yeah, and I mean, okay, so also what was very interesting to me. See, this is what I thought, and I think I tweeted it out at the just a little bit ago. But I originally thought, like, I got scared because that first scene, you know, where we find out that Katrina is dead and Jenny is dead. I thought, oh my God, are they gonna
That's
like?
because of the car accident, right?
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
yeah, well, yeah, in the beginning, you know, they don't know that this is like a dream or whatever that Henry did, and no, I'm not having any problem with sound, Deborah. You're having problems with sound? I don't
I'm
think.
not having any problems. I hear pretty good. I'm not having any issues.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Anyway, but I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh my god. Oh yeah, no. So I thought the twist was gonna be, oh my god, they all this happens and they really, and then by the end of the season, I was worried by the end of the season that maybe Katrina and Jenny would end up dying. Like it would be sort of a foreshadowing. So I'm
Mm.
happy they didn't do that because that would have. I mean, Jenny needs to stay. I would have freaked out. I don't think it would have gone over well. Um, but yeah, and I mean the purgatory scene. Obviously, I mean I use that scene in every single one of my videos. The thing that made I think This Is War in that moment so amazing was that, you know, they were apart. They had this like creepy dream, And then it was the fact that I think Abbie just felt very, very alone in that, even as strong as she is, to know that he was going to come, she had complete and utter faith that he was going to come and get her. And I just think it was just a very, it just shows the trust and the bond is very strong between them. And, what are your guys' thoughts on the hug, the Ickaby hug, and that? Why don't we go, Deb, you want to go first? I don't think she heard me. Deb?
Is she,
Deb has...
maybe her screen's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think she's frozen like I was.
Oh my goodness, I don't understand.
What's going on?
I don't know. Now there's another. What is this?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I can hear you.
I'm on my iPhone now. I didn't know what was happening before, but you were fading in and out, Chrissy, and Sarah, right? That's who else is
Yeah.
on? Sarah, you were freezing too, and I was getting kind of like a tinny sound was going on. But I'm on my iPhone now, so.
Okay, so I was just asking, what was it about the hug, the Ickaby hug in Purgatory, that just kind of sealed the deal for you, or your thoughts on that?
Their desperation for each other.
In mind, body, and soul. Sorry.
Yeah.
Totally. I don't see any platonic. Give me a break. I hate when they say that. It's like so not true.
No,
What are you doing with your sibling? It's crazy.
Oh, the sibling. Are you for real?
I don't understand that either. They've never had that relationship ever.
So the writers are saying that they're like siblings?
No, the writers never said that. They've stated that there's an attraction between them.
Yeah, no, people were saying it. I'm like, I don't see brother and sister ever, first of all. I mean, that's a scary thing if that's the case. All the looks and stuff, anyway, but yeah, I mean, I just, from the very moment, I mean, honestly, I watched I watched the premiere like everyone else did, and I mean, immediately, it's just because it's Tom and Nikki, they just have a natural chemistry, and that's what it is, and you can't, they tried to, and that's the other thing, I mean, we'll talk about that in a minute, but there were a few episodes so far this season that I felt like they were told to either pull back or to not be as, I don't know, flirty or whatever, and it doesn't work when they do that.
I think a lot of it was dialogue too. I think that they still have the natural chemistry, and their scenes were fine on their own, but I believe that some of the dialogue they had is what tampered down the chemistry itself.
I think the writers are like deliberately doing this, like trying to pull them from each other.
Oh yeah, it was. I'm sure that's what it was.
I agree.
Well, have you guys noticed the Sleepy Hollow Fox Twitter has been doing these cranisms, and then they'll have a word. Well, yesterday's word or today's word was obligate. The day before it was irrevocable. The day before that it was convergence. And so today I wrote a sentence saying that it is obligatory for the Sleepy Hollow writers to, I don't know, something like recognize the irrevocable bond between the witnesses and lead them to convergence. And they favored that. The sleepy writers, someone gave me a favorite for that. So I don't think they're toying with us. I think they're trying to figure out the best way to get there, and keep it within the uniqueness of that relationship, because I don't know how you guys feel, but I watch all these other TV shows. I've never seen a couple like Ichabod and Abbie. I haven't. There's such equals, and just so deeply. I mean, going back to the pilot, there's a scene, you guys have seen the picture, where they're outside, they're facing each other. Ichabod's, this is just after the big shootout. Ichabod's got the head dangling from his arm, and and Abbie looks up at him with this look, and he's looking down at her with the look. Guys,
I
that
know
was
it.
it. I mean,
That was
that
it.
was it.
Yes.
Right?
Totally. I mean,
Darla's going, yeah.
Total hard eyes.
Exactly. I think that's what got everyone is like that from that initial from the pilot in that particular scene. It was like that was so cute, and it just went from there. And so I was always confused. I'm like, what am I watching? I don't try to push my own, desires or anything onto those characters. And I'm like, when I see them, they have great chemistry. And I've never seen any of this, oh, that's friend chemistry. Oh, that's sibling chemistry. I'm like, they look like a great couple kind of chemistry. So I don't know, and the way that is written, I don't know if it's the writers, I don't know if it's the director, like Ken Olin or any of the directors that are, maybe telling them, how to act, but it just comes off so naturally. So I don't know, they just need to make it happen. I think that they are trying to get to a place where they make it happen. And I'm even thinking that they're probably going, well, Ichabod, was born in 1700s, blah, 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 and this is kind of like the route he would go, or this is kind of how, he would take it. But they need to go ahead and make it happen, because I think that a lot more fans would come back if they would just go ahead and make it happen. We recognize a slow burn, and it's been 2 years, so, I mean, that's a super slow burn. So I think they could go ahead and just put them together. I don't think it would hurt the show. I think it would help.
well, I think too, as far as like putting them together, I mean, we all know, listen, and I think Clifton even said this during one of his interviews recently. I mean, and Tom said it last year during the TV Guide clip that they did. I mean, the fact of the matter is that, I mean, everyone knows that Ichabod loves Abbie. I mean, that's just a no-brainer. He wears his heart on his sleeve. But the thing is that Abbie is just she's got these walls up. She's pushing him towards Zoe. I mean, but then you get these like little things like in Art of War. I mean, it was just like, oh my God, she kind of allayed his fears, that we're not going anywhere, and the way he looks at her, when he, when she's walking away, like she looks at him. I mean, it's obvious, it's obvious. The thing is, like, how do you get from that point? All we need, what I'm saying is, I don't expect like full on everything immediately, but there has to be an admittance, and there has to be, okay, what do we do now? Because they do work so well together, the partnership, and how is it going to affect the mission? How is it going to affect that? They're already living together, so there's a way of like doing it in little bits and pieces, but pushing the envelope a little bit closer, a little bit closer. I mean, listen, on Bones, freaking, I mean, it took what, 4.5 years or 4.5 seasons or something like that, and we're in the middle of season 3. I mean, I have a feeling, we'll definitely get them kissing and whatever by the end of this season, and I feel confident we're going to get a season 4. So, then it's just a matter of going from that point on. I mean, what do you think about all this, Sarah? What are your thoughts?
I think that they need to push it a little bit sooner, because I think that's what a lot of people when I'm reading comments are getting angry, because it is such a slow burn for them to be together. So people are kind of looking for it to be hurried up a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but then on the other hand, I mean, you guys got to remember, he was married. I mean, he's very old school. He wasn't going to, even if Katrina was still in the picture, and he was getting a divorce or whatever it was, in his day, he's not going to do anything to, until he was completely free. He is completely free. What bothers me the most, though, about this whole thing is, what's the deal with him being gone for 9 months, no contact? I still feel like the 9 months is a big thing. I feel like, because it's birth, 9 months in order to have a baby. So I don't know where I can't imagine. I mean, it was such a flimsy excuse. I just I don't get it. I mean, what do you think about that, Darla?
I'm still bothered by that.
Yeah, isn't it weird?
It still bothers me because that after the whole night, like I posted a gift set earlier today from I'm sorry. I posted a gift set earlier today from the premiere, and when Abbie's sitting down Abbie's sitting down, she's waiting for him to come out of ice station, and they had that look, and I posted today, and looking back, and when he sat down and had that conversation about the whole 9 months, and Abbie's like, I understood, and then thinking about their conversation from This Is War, when he said he was afraid of losing her, and then he mentioned the job thing, I was like, what the hell? You were gone for 9 months. What are you talking about? You were afraid to lose her to a job. You left. Right. You were gone. You weren't thinking about a job. For all you know, she could have gotten married. She could have moved to another state. He didn't contact her. He assumed she was going to be there the whole time. So for him to even say that to her, like, really irritating.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is
it's really, really irritating me.
Darla's mad.
I know, Darla's upset. Well, no, I agree. I mean, he just threw that little stupid, I mean, listen, he paused and she looked down at the ground. I mean, he probably was like, oh, God, I need to fix this, and then he adds that stupid FBI job thing. I don't know whose idea that was, but anyways.
Listen, something had to happen to Ichabod for those 9 months.
Yeah.
We got to find out, There's some really interesting stuff on fan fiction about those 9 months.
I bet the writers don't know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was a device to get them removed from everything that was going sour in season 2, and I guess, Orlando's leaving the show, I think, was a real bummer, and I really would love to see Orlando and Macy come back, Frank and Macy come back as a team, as part of the group, because I think that actress, the actress that plays Macy, Amandla, is just this phenomenal young woman, and what a fan base she would bring to the show as well, and a younger generation of people. And I think that would be great for Orlando to come back.
Well, I think too, and I think, Deb, was it you that we were talking about the angel that she had, the angel necklace she had?
Yeah, I'm always haunted by that, because the first scene we see her in the wheelchair, she has an angel pendant around her neck. And if you're a costumer and you're putting someone in a costume, I think, and it's the first time you've seen this character, every piece has to have significance, And so I always thought, well, this means that Macy has some kind of insight, or she has a role to play for the witnesses. I always felt that. So I was disappointed that that storyline just got dropped, that Frank got dropped. Frank also, I mean, Orlando brings in a lot of fans and was a great social media person. He understood what younger fans want to see in terms of interaction between what goes on behind the camera and in front of the camera. So I think that was a real misstep to let Frank go, to let Orlando go.
And that's what the show really needs, is a larger Twitter interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Orlando almost single-handedly, really. You guys, do you agree with me? Orlando single-handedly made Sleepy Hollow a Twitter phenomenon.
Oh, yeah.
He did. I tweeted him. I'm like, I can't believe what's going on, because it's like he was a one-man PR project for the show. And it's really wild. And I enjoyed not only Frank, not only Macy, but even Cynthia. I'm like, there's so much that they could have done with those characters. When I look back, there's a lot that they could have done with a lot of the characters, with Frank. watching This Is War, I'm missing Andy. I'm like,
Oh yeah, Andy.
Oh my God, I cried.
I'm like, Andy could have been such a huge help.
I love that show too.
I love John Cho, so it would be amazing to have him there. And while we were watching This Is War, we were tweeting, and I'm like, someone tweeted me, and I tweeted back about how it would be great if Andy, if wherever Abbie is at now,
Yeah.
if Andy is there,
Yeah,
and
cool.
helps her out, that would be great if they could make that happen. That would be beautiful.
I don't know if they'll be able to do that because I think he's filming.
Yeah, he's on another show, I think.
Is
Oh,
he?
he's Star Trek, or yeah, Star Trek.
Oh, for the movie. He's on the movie set.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
That. Oh, wow.
But I still
Well,
miss
I think it's funny how Sleepy Hollow fans kind of fall in love with these side characters like Atlanta Tough Guy. Michael Tay, who played Seamus.
Yes, I miss Seamus. There's so many things that they could do with Seamus too.
Yeah, Big Ash and the motorcycle guys.
Big Ash.
Yeah, well, Big Ass is cute.
I'm even thinking, what about Lena? I mean, when you when you have a war going on, you need someone to finance said war. And she was a billionaire. I mean, look at how much finance she could be, funneling in to help, Team Witness. So, like, you meet these amazing people, and then, they disappear. I would even like to see them reform Orion and, have him come back a couple of episodes.
Angel.
Well, they need to bring. I mean, I think Orion. I think if he shows up, his wings are going to be clipped for sure. I mean, and I think like next season they could do something really cool with Orion, because they should connect it from because if I remember correctly, Deb, you might know this for sure what the names are, but the same architect that built the Trinity Church that's in New York that we went to. The same person that I guess the same architect did that, but he also planned out New York and Washington D.C. I mean, he was the planner of that. And there are 3 obelisks that are from Egypt that are in that's in New York that they could connect to Orion, because then there's the Grand Central Station, and the ceiling. You remember, Deb? I was like fascinated because you see they've got Orion and all the stars are above that. They could do an awesome story, bring him back. I don't know. There could be like some kind of secret something. I don't know. They could do something with it. I think that would be interesting. Like maybe. Maybe he could be the third turbulation would be Orion's return, because remember, I think they're doing it now in sort of in chapters, and this season it's about the second tribulation. Next year would be about the third, and then hopefully we get all the way to 7. So I don't know.
That would be great.
They could do a whole bunch on that.
Well, listen, if I have to wait till the 7th tribulation before Abbie and Crane kiss, I'll be 67 years old, all right? This just can't happen.
No, we're not waiting that long.
7, oh my goodness.
I'm about to lose my battery, so if I punk out on you guys, that's what happens.
All right, no worries. Well, hey, I wanted to bring this up before because I just wanted to. What do you guys see? Okay, so I've been sort of researching this stuff, because I'm just psychotic, and and there is, I think that what they're doing is sort of they're taking pieces from different mythology. So they're taking the Pandora mythology. They're taking I think a little bit of that. I think they're taking a little bit of, the Anunnaki, who are the people that create bloodlines. And then I think they're also dealing with ancient Egypt. And I'm just wondering, is that really Pandora? I did a little bit of research, and there is a goddess in the New Kingdom there's a lot of stuff in here, but basically, what if Pandora is this goddess Mutt? She and Amun Re, which is what I originally said that I thought the hidden one was. That Amun Re was, or Amun Ra was the hidden one. That's what it says in the ancient Egyptian mythology. But she said she was associated. This is Mut, Queen Mut, Goddess Mut, was associated with the goddesses given the title Eye of Ra. According to the myth, Ra became angry because mankind was not following his laws and preserving justice or balance, not preserving a life, I guess. He decided to punish mankind by sending an aspect of his daughter, the Eye of Ra. He plucked, anyway, this other thing, it says, sent her to Earth in the form of a lion. She became Shmet/Mut, the Eye of Re, and began her rampage. But, like, I'm wondering if that has something to do with it, because when Pandora was talking to Abbie in the hospital, she was saying that, my own fed my father to the lion. I mean, I can't figure that whole. There's nothing to say about that. But then there's the destroyers. That's the other thing I can't figure out. I mean, what are your thoughts on all of that? Linda, why don't you go first?
Well, as far as Pandora goes, I'm like you. I'm kind of in the dark. I'm like, what is her angle? And I want to find out, hopefully really soon, what is she really trying to accomplish? What are they trying to accomplish? They talk about how they've met the witnesses or the destroyers before, so what does that mean? I mean, are the witnesses, are they reincarnated? So it would be nice to have a little bit of clarity on what's going on with that. And I don't know, I just want to see more about that tablet as well. I mean, they showed us the tablet on the very beginning, and they show us those characters, like the figures that are on there. And when that guard, when they were in like that, it wasn't exactly prison, but basically when Crane was, when he was snatched for trying to smuggle his, the tablet in. And the guard, he's like, that looks like you guys. So I hope that soon we will know what does all of that mean in everything. I mean, I just can't wait to see where they're going with this, because I'm kind of confused. And in the first season, maybe because it was only 13 episodes, you kind of knew right up front, it didn't take you long to figure out, okay, this is what's going on and this is the trajectory that they have to go to defeat them. Here, I'm still kind of like, I don't know what's going on with Pandora and how they're going to defeat her. So I just hope that when they come out, with the new season, that they'll come out swinging, like when they return in February. I hope that, all of those questions are answered.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and two, I mean, I think that the last 10, there's 10 more episodes, so we're a little bit less than halfway through, and I think they did that on purpose because, try and keep us guessing for 3 months, 3-month hiatus, but yeah, and I do think that, yeah, and I mean, the flag plays into it. I mean, I think on the tablet, I mean, obviously Ichabod has a sword, and Abbie is holding the staff of Ra. That's what she's holding. She's got the staff. So I'm just, I'm trying to figure out, what are they going to destroy? Like, where did Abbie go? I mean, did she go into the underworld, or did she go back in time? I mean, I don't know. I do think she went through a Stargate. I don't think that, she was, I think Ichabod, I don't think they're going to believe she's dead. I mean, he might for about a split second, but I have a feeling they're going to get to her fairly quickly. I don't think they're going to leave us hanging that long, because there's going to be a lot more things happening in between that. But
what does destroyer mean? I mean, destroyer could mean, they're the ones that destroyed the gods. So I don't know. It'd be nice because right now I think Abbie is kind of scared when she heard we're the destroyers. I think it kind of freaked her out. She's like, did we destroy the Earth? What does destroyer mean? So it would be nice to find that out. I hope we find out pretty quick.
I
Yeah,
don't think they know.
yeah, I don't think they know either. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm telling you, they literally throw stuff at a wall and whatever sticks. Because I asked one time, has anyone watched Once Upon a Time?
Yes.
No, I couldn't get into that.
Which one?
Once Upon a Time
Oh,
on
yeah,
ABC.
I watched
That's
that.
exactly what they do. Is they don't know what mythology to go with or what fairy tale to go
Yeah.
with. So they literally just stick everything on a
They
wall.
just kind of pick pieces of different things and mesh them together, pretty much. That's how I look at it.
Exactly. So I think that's kind of what Sleepy Hollow might be doing, is meshing all these different, religions and.
Well, and I think too. I mean, I think they need to bring in a little bit more of the magic at this point. I mean, Jenny, even though the eye was drained from her, I'm hoping she gets a new power. I think Abbie should have some kind of a power, superpower, or whatever. She is a witness in Sanctuary. She saw Jeremy being born. I mean, she saw Grace. I don't understand. They kind of left that. Like, I feel like wouldn't it be great if she would get these flashes of, whatever it is, and then they know they have to, sort of like on Charmed, when Phoebe would get her premonitions, and then they would go. I mean, I think
something to make them special. Exactly. Yeah, as witnesses to distinguish them from other people.
Yeah, and
I think they had to go with more mythologies, because the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which is around Katrina and Headless Horseman and Ichabod Crane, that could only last for so long. I mean, that's really what drew me to the show, because as you guys know, I'm the deacon of the church that whole story was written around, and we couldn't figure out how you could make a TV show about this. And I think kudos to them. I really think they did a great job first season. I would love to see the Headless Horseman come back. I'm kind of hoping that he was freed from that box when they were sort of playing their little game of tennis, back and forth with it. And I also think there's got to be a reason why Ichabod hung on to Katrina's necklace.
Yeah.
That necklace is the only way that he could see the visage of Abraham, if he wanted to communicate with the Headless Horseman. So I'm kind of thinking maybe that's something the writers have in their pocket as a device they could use. I'm not too worried about all these different mythologies, because I think as long as within the show itself they're consistent with how they're playing out those characters, that's really what's important. It's fun for us because it gives us something to talk about while we're waiting for the next episode. But I wouldn't get too bogged down on whether it's the Sumerian Pandora or the Greek Pandora. I think we've got an idea that there's a lady here who's got a lot of power, but there's people even more powerful than her. And somehow the witnesses are involved in that. So I say let the writers tell their story. They're the writers, and we can sort of say, well, we'd like to see a little more Ichabod, or we'd like to see this, but I think that I don't want to doubt, because I like these writers. I don't want to doubt that they are missing an overarching, that they've got some kind of story that they're leading us to, and I think if they would just get Abbie and Crane to acknowledge their love for each other, it would squash so much of the anxiety that the fandom has. I really do. That anxiety it eats up so much time and our attention, and I would rather have more attention on exciting stories of these two. And also I love the storyline that's developing between Jenny and Joe.
Yeah.
The four of them on the screen are just so great together.
Yes.
And I'd like to see more building those relationships, but I think they've just got to really listen to the fans about, the Abbie Crane relationship, because it's just, I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of talking to y'all about this.
All we do is
I'm tired of it.
Does Sleepy Hollow have like a book of mythology, like
No,
that they go by, or?
Not really, no. I mean, we sort of had a little bit of a book of mythology, or like of course, I read Ichabod's diary, secret diary, and he just basically has his own little thoughts and idiosyncrasies and stuff. But yeah, they really don't. I mean, I was actually thinking that's funny that you say that because I was thinking I need to develop that and put it on my website because I think
Did anyone like see like Supernatural or have heard of
Oh yeah.
Supernatural?
Oh, I
Yeah.
Supernatural.
They have that book of mythology where they have, okay, we're doing this and that. It's like the book of the
Well, they had
Winchester Journal, whatever, and they
Yeah.
have exactly where they can't go beyond this line and this line. This is like their universe thing, so it's not like bogged down by
They
like.
have rules.
Yeah, they have
they-
rules.
Yeah.
That's the problem that I see Sleepy Hollow has, is that they don't have their own set of rules that they go by.
So then they
Everything-
can just like pull something out, and then you're like, where
Up
did
in
this
the
come
air.
from? You know,
Well, yeah,
that's kind of what they need.
well, I feel like I wish that they would bring back the damn witness library that they blew up. That was
Yes.
Yeah.
sorry, I try to be Miss Pollyanna and positive and everything, but I was just, I mean, if you guys would have seen the horror on my face when they
Look, the Philistella. It's like, bring that back or fun.
Bring a book.
TV.
Crane had a backpack and he didn't even stuff it with books.
I know. I'm like, oh my god. This TV show, they can make an alternate one or something like that,
well,
It would be great if they did.
Well, they could even do a different, like somehow or other. I mean, if this Stargate thing is what's going on, and obviously, I mean, Ichabod's gonna try and get to where Abbie is. But what if they can use this Stargate, sort of like I don't know if anybody watches The Librarians. I mean, that's what they do.
That's a great show. I love The Librarians.
Yeah, they go into these different dimensions and different times, different whatever through the Stargate. I mean, there has to be a way, a secret something or other that they can access the witness library. They need that, and like you're right, they need to have a direction. I feel like it's just like, okay, Pandora comes in and there's just kind of leading them here and there, but I think, I don't know, there has to be something. They need to be able to get that library back. That was like, of everything that happened, minus one other thing that I'm not going to bring up, but that was, for me, that was like the second worst moment of season 2. I was mortified, and I feel like if they had that, and they have, Ben Franklin's, they got, Grace's, they've got, they have enough journals. I think that then if they had access to the knowledge of what they're supposed to have, I think that would enhance a lot, and I think it would open up a lot of doors to bring in a little bit of magic, a little bit more into, the supernatural. I mean, we do have a lot of the supernatural, but like for instance, on Supernatural, now that you bring that up, I mean, this season it's about God's sister, who is the darkness.
Exactly.
You've got Lucifer, who's in the cage. Actually, now I think Sam is in the cage with him again. And you've got an MIA God. And I mean, that's, these are big forces within humanity, within the earth, within our own humanity, whatever. And I think if they even thought on a bigger scale like that, they could do that. I mean,
and they box it in, so it's like, okay, the cage is this, and it can't be changed. The cage, it has to be this person in it. It has to be this thing. So like if you blew up the library, you blew away like your whole backstory that you could use.
I mean, what are your thoughts, Darla, about all that?
I just think that they need a set of rules within Sleepy Hollow to establish magic. The mythology stuff, I'm okay with if they go into different realms, different religions, as long as they're respectful of that. If it's consistent, and yeah. Sorry.
That's what I think too. Deb, do you want to add to any of that?
I just feel, for me, the keeping the connection between Crane and the 18th century, the founding of the country, the historical, the twistries. I think that's really important. It really gives a uniqueness to his character, and I think that's one of the reasons they brought Betsy Ross in this year, was as a device to be able to keep a connection to the 18th century, since he doesn't have Katrina. You know, the Katrina story is over. So I do think, to me, that's really, really important, and I do think that they have to keep their connection. They need to solve all of the discrepancies from season 1, season 2 to season 3. I just really feel that these loose things that are hanging out there, if there was a way they could weave them back into how they end up, where they culminate with season 3, it'll make a lot of people feel better.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. And yeah, and I mean, the thing is that, and that's the thing, the reason that you can't have Sleepy Hollow without anchoring it to the 18th century. That's how you anchor Ichabod and his reason for being in this time, 21st century. And there's plenty that went on, you know, during that time period that, you know, they can build on. And also, I just wanted to comment real quickly on something earlier you said, Deb, was, yeah, character development is essential. And yes, I do. I mean, for some reason, I don't know, and we talked about this before over the summer. You know, we knew that Joe really was gonna meld really well with Team Witness, and he does. And I mean, I just think they're just cute, you know. It's like they got together, and
yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, you know, they're just cute. But I mean, I think that Zach, I think that Joe needs to teach Ichabod some of those moves. That's what I think. You know,
I like that Joe has a real job as an EMT. That's a great help to them, because in his job, he has an awareness of other things. And I really do, you know, I don't know why they can't bring Frank back to be captain of the Sleepy Hollow Police Department. Even if Abbie's working for the FBI, there's still that Sleepy Hollow Police Department. And so why not bring him back? You know, he's been exonerated. All of his records are clear. Let him come back. Let the family come back to Sleepy Hollow. I would love that for Christmas, if there are any Sleepy Hollow writers listening to this.
I agree. You know, it's possible to have multiple characters on a show, and if you write it correctly, they can complement each other rather than take away. I've seen shows where you have a cohesive team and it's a large group, but they don't distract, they don't take away. A lot of what happened in season 2, and I'm so glad that, you know, Sleepy Hollow higher ups, the writers, listened to the fans, because there were certain people that they didn't add to the collective. You know, they were a distraction, and they kind of, you know, took away. What I want to see this season, I would love to see, you know, Sophie join them. I would love to see, you know, Agent Reynolds. I would really love to see him join the group, because when you're fighting, you know, demons and all of that, you need more people than, you know, 4 folks. So it would be nice to have people join Team Witness, and I don't think that it would take away from anyone's scenes or time, as long as you write it correctly, so that they are cohesive, and it's not something where everyone else feels like you're building up a certain person and you're taking away from everyone's lives and parts.
Right.
I just don't think I think it would add to the realism if you added Sophie and Agent Reynolds, especially since Sophie was working for, you know, trying to get the shard. I mean, she had to have seen some supernatural things in trying to obtain that shard. So it would just make sense if, you know, she was added to the fold or the collective. I mean, I like the actress. I like the tough character. I don't think that she would, you know, take away from anything. And I would really love to see Reynolds step in, because he has to know something. Even, you know, with him going with him going after the guy that was trying to obtain the shard, he has to know something too. So it'd be nice if they brought them in.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, yeah, the funny thing is like, I mean, obviously, this is what I don't get. I mean, does he know that Abbie is a witness? And if so, why wouldn't he just tell her? I mean, here she is. She's like, I can't tell you what's going on. I want to, but I can't. Perfect time. Hello, I know who you are. I'm working with, you know, there are others of us. We know what you're doing. We'll help you. You don't need to turn your badge in.
Exactly.
Can you imagine if he does know and she finds out that he knows? How devastated she would be?
It would be, I mean, I can't.
Crush her.
Well, and not only that, I mean, obviously, you know, her father is going to come in. I guess Jenny is going to go to him, is going to go to their father to help in getting Abbie out, so, or figure out where she is. So,
or for comfort or whatever.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like he's the head dog of the witness, whatever. But that's the other thing. If he is the leader of the secret group of people that are doing this, I mean, and if Reynolds was the one that actually, if he spoke to her father, I mean, the asset. Why are they calling her the asset? It's just I don't know. I go crazy thinking all these things, but I just think that yeah. I mean, if they know who, and not only that, let's talk about Sophie just a little bit. You know, it's Jessica, I think, Camacho. I hope I said her name right. Jessica plays Sophie, and you know, having been undercover with Atticus for the last 6 months, I mean, obviously she has to know that there's supernatural stuff going on.
Exactly.
She has.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So how many people know that there's supernatural stuff going on altogether?
Well, that's the thing.
Did he witness? Nobody.
Nobody.
Exactly, but they have to know. I mean, there's no way.
So only 2 people know the 2 witnesses, and that's it. Abbie and Ichabod. That's it.
That we know of. I mean, that's the thing. You know, they were doing in Tempest Fugit. You know, Ben Franklin alluded to the secret group of people that were fighting the same war. But Abbie, Ichabod, Jenny, and Joe, they have no idea who these other people are. I think that definitely the FBI director. I do think Reynolds knows something about what's going on. I do believe Sophie.
I think it's time to bring in the secret society in order to bring in more of a plot.
Yeah, I mean, we need to see that.
I miss the Masons. I wish they didn't kill them all.
Exactly.
They're not all dead.
Yeah.
I hope there's more.
You're beheaded by the Headless Horseman.
Well, yeah, I mean, the few that came out to see Crane, of course, are all gone, but I'm saying there should be more
Hollow faction.
And they don't know exactly where Abbie went, right?
Right. No,
Yeah,
nobody knows. At least we don't think anybody knows.
So they never gave any hint or anything about where she just disappeared into a tree.
No, you mean the
No,
right?
they think she's dead. They think she's blown up.
I think the only thing that was said was that Ichabod said, well, you know, the trees have been known to be going into the underworld. I mean, that's all there was. That's why I'm still not sure that E2 Elu was got in the, you know, that Pandora got him from the underworld. I mean, although he was all mummified, I mean, he was all wrapped up like a mummy. So I don't know. It's kind of confusing, but I mean, I think too in season 2, I mean, the next 10 episodes, I mean, we're going to learn a lot, I'm sure, but in the meantime, it's just about, you know, second guessing our evil geniuses, and
the fact that the hidden one was wrapped up in a mummy, was mummified, means that he can be contained. So I guess Abbie and Crane have to figure out how to do that.
Wait, what did you say? Means what?
He can be contained. He was dead, or he was in a place of inactivity.
Yeah.
So that's why they can put him back there. You know, he's not a god.
I don't think he's a god either, but I mean, he's definitely not Anubis. I mean, well, I mean, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's I guess we'll just have to see where this all goes. I don't know. Well, okay, so I just wanted to, before we before we say goodbye, I just wanted to say, everybody, thank you for watching, for playing with us on Twitter and doing all this stuff. Sleepy Hollow returns February 5th, Fridays at 8. You can catch up now on Fox Now, on Hulu. I also noticed you can watch it on the IMDb, but I don't know if the analytics are sent to the network. So that's why I always say, go to Fox or Hulu to rewatch it. Again, we will be back. We're going to be on hiatus till January 8th. Go to sleepyhollowaddicts.com, and the poll will be open from now until January 6th. So vote to which episode that you want to watch. And why don't you go first, Deb? How do people follow you and talk to you?
Yeah, I am at Deborah McHugh2. I would like to say Meli Kalikimaka, Iholi Makahikiao. That's Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in my great-grandmother's language. And I'd also, anyone that listens to this rehashed, if you're in the New York area, we have 4 candlelight, the old Dutch church. It's really beautiful. It's beautiful to be out in the graveyard at that time. If I could entice you, you're certainly welcome to come by, and you can go to the church's website, which is rccodc.org, and just find the Old Dutch Church tab, and you'll get all kinds of interesting information about the Old Dutch Church.
Yeah, and it's really beautiful. So I would highly recommend going there if you guys can. Linda, why don't you give your stats?
Yes, and I'm on Twitter at GentleGale, is GentleGale. So that's how you can find me.
All right. And Darla, what's your handle?
My handle for Twitter is at originalthebubble, and I wanted to do a plug really quick about, if I can.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing Nicole Bahari Appreciation Week next
you
year
are?
in January. And I'm trying to...
It's her birthday, right, Carla? It's her birthday.
Yes, for her birthday. It'll be during her birthday week.
Cool.
And it's January the 3rd through the 9th, 2016.
Awesome.
Cool.
So, who's doing it? Maybe do you know who's doing it? Is it?
I believe it's Nicole Bahari Network.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I should have.
That's okay. We'll promote it.
I'll make sure I give you all the information.
Yeah, just
I'm giving it to you correctly.
Yeah, tweet me and I'll disseminate and let people know about it. Okay, and Sarah, what is your handle?
Okay, back thing or that's from sitting in a chair? It's from sitting in a chair. No.
Someone is. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're having a fight on air. Sarah? She's laughing now. She has left the building.
No, I'm here.
Okay, what's your Twitter handle so people can find you?
I'm at JustDreaming91.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and I am, what am I? I'm at Sleepy Addicts, of course. And you can go to my website. I have so much stuff on there. All of the videos that I tweet out to everybody, they're all posted on the homepage. Just scroll down. It's sleepyhollowaddicts.com. The petitions are there. The everything that I've covered so far this year is there. And I guess have a great holiday, everybody. I hope everyone has a safe and fun holiday season. And I guess I'll see everybody on Twitter or January 8th.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good one, guys. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Bye.
Our pleasure. It's fun.
What? I got to do the sea dog. The sea dog. I don't know.
Right? Isn't it this? Isn't it that?
Is it? Yeah.
It's like...
I never do it right.
Who saw Star Wars? Did anyone see Star Wars?
Oh, yeah, I'm seeing Star Wars tomorrow. I'm so excited. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, so my hair, by the way, before I end it. So this is my new haircut. they took off. I asked them. I know you guys are gonna laugh at me. They took off.
Wow, that's a lot of hair.
They took off 7 inches.
Wow.
That's a lot of hair.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god.
Send that hair to.
That's
The
what.
place you can send that hair to.
It's what?
There is a place that you can send that hair to.
Oh, is there to donate it?
For cancer. Yes.
Oh, let me know.
You want to know where it is? I'll have to find it for you. Yeah. If you can send, you don't need to have, it's not like, is it Locks for Love or something?
Yeah,
Where it
Locks
has to
of
be a
Love.
certain length. But this one, there's a place you can send it where it doesn't have to be, a certain length. So I'll try to find that for you.
Yeah, let me know. I'll do it. So yeah, it's Abbie's haircut, but right now it's straight, but it's shorter in the back and then longer in the front. Anyway, okay, well, bye everyone. Happy holidays. Stay safe in your travels, and I guess I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Bye. Okay, so what